it's Jeff from William Jones. Today we've got a video on 5 mistakes that we hear here in Latvia. Here is also pretty difficult to say. Here in Latvia. So, here are the 5 mistakes. How's it called? She live in Kolka. I will explain you. I am working here for 5 years. If I will go, I will call you. So each of those examples I have a mistake. First one, how is it called? How we use when we're asking about how somebody does an action. How do you sing? Beautifully. How do you drive? Quickly. We don't use how when we're talking about an object. If you're pointing at something, how's that called? No. You're pointing at an object and you go, what's that called? We use what for objects and how for adverbs. She live in Kolka. Hopefully you guys have all recognized it. When people see it, they always recognize it. But in speaking, totally normal to forget about it. Don't forget you need that S there. He, she, it, use an S. She lives in Kolka. I will explain you. So when I first moved here, people would say something like, I will explain you. I got super nervous. Really? You're going to explain? Me? To me? No. And then they would continue their sentence with something else. I will explain you. After explain, we use the object, whatever it is that you're going to explain. So when you say, I will explain you, then you're telling the other person that you're going to explain them to them. So, I don't know, maybe you're a psychologist and you could do that, but typically, take that out. I will explain the project. And then if you really want to clarify who you're doing it to, at the end you would say, to you. I will explain the project to you. Next one, I am working here for 5 years. This one I hear at every single level. They say something like, I work here for 5 years, and I go, no, that doesn't work, you can't say that. And they say, okay, well, I'm working here for 5 years. Well, do you hate your job? Do you want to leave? Are you trying to leave? What's your plan? What you're describing there is more like a total time period. But their plan is to continue working in the future. So, we have a special tense for that in English. Present perfect. I have worked here for 5 years. That means you started 5 years ago, you still do it today, and in all likelihood, you're going to be doing it in the future. The last one, if I will go, I will call you. Now, in English, you can only have one will in your if sentence. And will never goes next to if. Take that out. If I go, I will call you. And I know we're speaking about something in the future, but don't worry, that's clear for the other person. If I go doesn't mean at the moment. It's clear you're speaking about the future, so if I go, I will call you. So those are 5 common mistakes that we hear a lot. Hopefully you won't make them in the future.